your August 25th through the 31st reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe, guys. Hit that big old like button. Get those analytics up. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with you at the end of the month. Okay. Best message coming out. Oh, got the Chariot going on. Man, and it is swiftly moving. Look at this, the Knight of Swords. It is saying, I am moving so fast. You got to figure the Chariot's already moving really quick, and then you have the quickest Knight in the deck, right? It's like, wow, okay, so they really want you to understand how ambitious this is. You may have someone coming toward you who is super ambitious. Could be a Cancer or a Libra over here who is just moving. Does not have to be, but boy. And I think it's moving so fast you're not expecting this to happen. So it does feel very unexpected. Wow, and the sun coming out. My gosh, you guys, biggest blessing ever. Whoever is moving towards you over here, guys, they have a lot of pleasure and a lot of happiness, and they really see you as their pleasure and happiness over here. This is a very loyal person. Could also be a Leo. Leo, the loyal one. Wow. And they like to limelight too, so I am feeling that if they are not Leo, they could have a lot of Leo in their chart, or that's just the way they're feeling. They're feeling so much passion, so much pleasure right now that they want you to notice them. And I think they want you to really say yes to whatever it is that they're bringing in towards you. Ooh. If they went through some kind of breakup and some distrust within a situation, or you did. So it's almost to the point where it feels like you might not trust this situation. You may feel it's too impulsive, it's too fast. It feels like, you could be going through, definitely some kind of discouragement over here of how you're going to trust this situation. I do feel that could be you, who's just like, I don't know if I trust this. They're moving really fast. Let's clarify on the situation. Knight of Swords says they want to go. They have this new vitality. They have a lot of passion. It's an Ace of Wands coming out. So they definitely feel like they do have a lot of passion. They feel this new vitality within themselves. We see that with the Sun, though. So if they did have some kind of low self-esteem and got out of some kind of breakup, they're breaking out, right? From the breakup to the breakout. That they're ready for new love. They're ready to get moving. They're ready for this action. They have the awareness that this is exactly where they want to be. With the Magician, they could even be, could have manifested you, and you know, or they could be manifesting you at this time, hoping that you are taking their offer. Clarifying on that. Yeah, you are their daydreams and their decisions, but it also feels like this is also your decision. Your decision is, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I'm not sure if I want to move in this direction. Chariot again. So you're not sure if you want to trust this situation because they are moving fast, but they are saying that they did manifest you, that you are their manifestation. They know it. They feel like you came into their life. They seen you, however it is, for a purpose. They believe that you are their soulmate. Or, I think that's what it is. I keep saying that. You are my soulmate. New vitality over here. They just want you to recognize them. Yep, coming in with a swift message. There it is. God, this is so fast. Manifesting quickly. They feel like you, quick decision. It's just coming right at you. Remember, guys, it could also be changed. You could say, no, I was manifesting them, and I don't know, I'm not sure if they want to take me. Okay, so for cross watchers, right, this could be the other way around. It could be you who's manifesting, but we're going to do it this way at first, right, because that's the way it's looking. Sitting in your own energy over here. Here's some Capricorn, Taurus energy coming up over here saying, I am single. Right? But this is a lot of rewards, guys, but it does feel like, you know what, you're kind of in your own self-sufficient area. You're kind of thinking about yourself at this time. You feel like you know, your finances are where they need to be. I'm just kind of taking care of myself right now. Because like I said, you guys could, you know, have just gotten out of some kind of breakup yourself, something that was not trustworthy. So now you're kind of having a little bit of trust issues about this person who's coming toward you so fast. And you're kind of like, I'm not sure if I should take this move or not. Should I allow myself to move towards this person? There's a little, like I said, a little bit of a disconnection over here. And they can kind of feel your lack of trust. They feel it. And they're kind of in their head as you were in your head. But they're not going to I don't think they're going to, no, they're not going to give up the ghost because they see you as their 10 of cups. You're their 10 of cups. So they just feel like there's some kind of like maybe even flirtatious energy that's coming towards you. Yeah, it does feel like you are holding back over here, my friends. You're in hesitation because it just feels like it's so fast. On the awareness over here. They just feel like they want to be at the milestone with you. They just really want to push their way towards you. If you guys know that you're already in a connection with this person could be coming at you with a marriage proposal, and maybe that's why. Okay, so we can also see it that way with the Four of Wands. But I'm also telling you, they see you as their soulmate. They see you as their twin flame. They see you as a person who has a deep connection to them. So for some of you, you can say, we're already in a relationship, I just don't trust it because they want to marry me. They're asking for a proposal, and I'm not sure if I should take that, right? I'm not trusting the situation right now. I think it's too fast. We've only been dating for, 15 months, 9 months, something like, a year. That's for some of you. Others of you, I'm telling you, Queen of Cups. For the most of you, it just feels like you're just kind of like in your own caring little area over here. Okay? No matter what, that's just, I'm just kind of doing me, right? Even if I'm in a relationship, I'm caring a little bit more about myself. I'm dating, I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'm not ready for something like this, right? I'm comfortable where I am, right? I'm comfortable in the relationship where I am, no matter how it is. And for some others of you, you're not trusting this because you are in a healing process. So you're kind of having lack of faith, but there is this opportunity. They really want you to see from their side. And there's that daydreams and decisions again with that Seven of... Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. With this Seven right here is the Seven of Cups, right? You're trying to make decisions, and it feels like they're dreaming of these opportunities. They're really hoping that you're going to take whatever it is they're offering you. Okay? And yeah, it looks like it's coming at you really fast, like you didn't see this coming. There it is. Staying loyal to yourself. This person is loyal and true and really does want to focus, is really focused on you, and they are limelighting. You could literally be dealing with a a Leo. Could be Cancer, Leo, cusp. But, yeah, they're really staying true and confident to themselves. They're not going to say, they don't want to hear no. That's for sure. Yeah, they're very focused on you. They really want this, this time with you. But it does look like you are just holding back and surrendering, and you're just kind of in hangman mode, just kind of perceiving things from a different point of view. You're seeing them pursue this situation, but it just feels like you're not really 100% ready for the ultimate change right now. Like I said, because it feels like you're just kind of comfortable where you are. For a lot of you, this could be a wealthy person, a person with a lot of money, a person very disciplined, a person who has a lot of prosperity. They built their empire from the ground up over here, being the King of Pentacles. So, but it looks like no matter what, they want to communicate with you about this situation. It's like they've cleared everything out of their mind. They don't have any cloudy judgment about what it is they want to come toward you with. And it's some kind of proposal, be my girl, be my guy, or get married to me. It's really, really one or the other. And there is a lot of direct communications. They're not messing around. Okay, they're coming with direct communication. And there's nothing there. When you're the Queen of Swords, I mean, you're cutting past all the bullshit and getting straight to the, this situation. Because they know exactly what they want. They know exactly, and it's you. And you could feel like maybe they're being a little stubborn about the situation. And you could also feel like the decisions that they're making, because it's so ambitious and so fast. I mean, come on, guys. It's so fast. This message comes in so fast, or they end up at your door so fast. You have the Chariot, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. I mean, those are the three quickest moving, things going on in the whole deck. I mean, nothing could be that fast. And it does. It makes you feel like you're in the Chariot mode. Like, I feel like I have to move because they're coming at me so fast. It's almost like you have to make a fast decision. But it feels like instead of making the fast decision, you're like, hold back, hold on, right? Because everything's a hold on. So you're like pausing, and you just need to hold on here, Mr. or Mrs. You just slow down, right? Slow down your horse over here. Your messages are coming in so fast, right? Your mind is moving so quick. It needs to give you time to assess what's going on within the situation, as they are just whoop, 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 right? And this is where you're feeling a little, imbalanced about the situation, and I can understand the distrust over here within that, if it's a new person, right? And there could also be, if it's a marriage proposal that's coming in really fast, you could even be distrusting the situation of where I really want to take this to the next level. Am I ready for this type of situation? But they're afraid that they're going to miss their chance if they don't do something. They're afraid if they don't speak their mind now, there's going to be a lost opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They're afraid that if they're not straightforward with you about this situation, they're going to lose you. So they have kind of their own insecurity going on over here about how long a relationship could last, or how long you might be single. Well, this person, they see you as the Nine of Pentacles, so they're like, yeah, okay, if it's a new love, they're like, somebody's going to pick this person up real quick because they're gorgeous. They're the most handsome thing on the planet in their eyes. You see what I'm saying? If I don't do this, somebody's going to pick them up, and then I'm going to lose my opportunity. Somebody's going to swoop in on them. Right? That's really how it feels. They're afraid that you're going to be swooped up. Some other knight in shining armor is going to come in and sweep you off your feet, so they feel like they have to make it has to be now, right? Otherwise, they aren't going to last forever. Beauty doesn't last forever. A person like that doesn't last forever. They get swooped up, right? So it almost feels like that's how they're feeling. Yeah. Because their past experiences with doing things like that feels like they've had a lot of missed opportunities, that they should have opened their mouth. They should have done something. They should have made a judgment call right then and there when they had the insight, and they've lost many opportunities to do so. So now it just feels like they've grown, and they're like, nope, here we go. I got to do this. So yeah, they are acting strategical. Now, I don't see this as a bad card at this time. It's just that this feels like the acting strategical means I need to get in there now before they get swooped away. Yeah, because there's going to be a lost opportunity. That's just how they feel. They feel like, you know what, it has to be now. If not, and if it's some kind of marriage proposal, they just feel like they're head over heart for you and that they need to do this now. Before they just feel like, I don't know. Why? Why would they feel like that would be a mess-up? Let's ask that question really fast. Because if you're already together and they want to make a love proposal, is it just because they feel like it now? I mean, what? How would that be? Yeah, because of head over heart. I just said that. King of Swords, because they're head over heart. They feel like they need to take the opportunity, right now. Right now is the best time. They just feel like this is the best time of my life. I feel like this is it. Maybe they feel like they won't have the nerve enough to ask again, right? Maybe they don't have the greatest security. Who knows? So yeah, they just feel like this is the choice they're making now, and this is the choice that needs to be done. There's something now where they feel like this is the union of my life, and I need to do this. So that's for those of you, who are, being, raced at with a marriage proposal. Okay. For others of you, I just feel like this is where they just feel like, I just feel like they always feel like they're the last. You guys, there's a saying that says, oh gosh, I was just telling my son the other day, what was it? Good guys come in last. Because he had said something, and he says, man, and I have a hard time finding, and I said, because good guys come in last. Because you have a true heart and soul, and you know what you want. You know how to treat a woman, and it's hard. It's hard because, the good guy always comes in last. And I think that this is the situation here. He feels like if he doesn't open his mouth, or she doesn't open her mouth, you're going to be swooped up by somebody else. So, Sanctuary, I am divinely guided gently and lovingly. Yes, this is so beautiful. Joy and ecstasy flow through me wildly and freely. So beautiful messages. Let's see what else the Spirit has to say. He's got those big time feelings, and they want to get it done. And being in, having that Lion's Gate, manifesting, probably was manifesting a lot. And like I said, this could be vice versa, right? It could be you who's doing it. And maybe you feel like it's time because you always seem to, not take the action when action is appropriate. Windfall of abundance. Wow. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. I told you this is unexpected. You're not going to see this coming. It's just like whoosh. Be open to receiving and know that this is abundance comes to you to support your life, purpose, health, and charitable work. Wow. Thank you, Spirit, for the beautiful reading. Wow. That's amazing. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.